Hello, everybody. This is Rob Sassos. Thank you for joining our podcast. Today, we are talking with Amanda Gibson. This is episode 2 of our discussion with Amanda Gibson of the Finished Touch Design. Today, we will be talking about the do's and don'ts of staging. So, Amanda, I want to thank you so much for coming back and speaking to us again. For those of you who did not listen to the first episode, it is on our YouTube channel. Please look that up. There's some great information there as well. But Amanda, for those people who weren't listening, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, Rob, I had a design business in New York and came down to Florida, relocated a few years ago, and I decided to add staging to my package. And I went back and got my certification in home staging. And I love it because honestly, I love a good before and after. So I really enjoy it.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Now, for those people who don't know what staging is and who didn't hear the first part of our podcast, tell us a little bit about what is staging.
Well, home staging is getting your home ready to sell and making it appealing to a large potential of buyers. And you want to, the whole purpose of staging is to maximize the profit you're going to get out of your house and to cut down on the days on the market. We want to sell it quickly for maximum dollar.
Okay. So we're making everything as efficient and as beautiful as possible.
Correct.
Now, if someone wants to stage their home, does that mean that they have to replace everything in the home?
No, not at all. If you're living in your house and you want to remove a lot of the items that you have stored in closets in your garage, you hired me, I would come in and I would look through and I would pare down a lot of your things and put them into boxes, donate, put it into storage. But I would utilize what you already have. We don't necessarily have to go out and buy all new.
Mm-hmm. Now, and I can speak from experience in talking to potential sellers about this, but a lot of times when people have spoken to me, but let's say there's a seller out there and they said, well, that's great, we can stage the home, but why don't I just leave it empty and let the buyer decide what they want to put in the home when they view it? Right.
I can understand sellers thinking that way, but honestly, and a vacant home has many negatives to it. It appears smaller than it actually is, and you're not explaining what each room is. A lot of times there's an odd-shaped room, or a buyer will come in not sure what they're going to do with something, or they need to see if their own furniture will fit into the space. And if they see, oh, there's this much furniture in this room, then my things will fit. And they need to be shown the type of lifestyle that they want to live in that home. And an empty home is just very cold, and you're not connecting to anything. Buyers need to form an emotional connection. They need to have an attachment to the house they're looking at that they want to buy.
Right. And again, from personal experience, I can say that it's pretty difficult to get a depth perception of a vacant room, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You really think that, I can look you look at something and you think you understand how much you can put into this room, and you don't. And it's the sound. There's nothing absorbing the sound, so it just sounds so open, and it's just very uncomfortable for a seller. They need to be shown what they can do in that room.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's just say, okay, a seller, they're living in their home currently, and they want to list it for sale. What are 3 simple things that anyone could do to make their house more appealing to buyers?
Well, the first thing is definitely to declutter it. You want to remove excess items from the home, toys that are laying around, empty the closets out. Buyers need to see that there is plenty of space for them. If they see that your things don't fit in your home, then their things won't fit either. Put things in storage, sell them, donate them, but absolutely declutter your home. Less is more is always the rule of thumb for design and staging.
Personal pictures.
Personal items, exactly. Depersonalizing also. Remove personal pictures. Remove a lot of political decor some people have, or definitely religious. You don't want you don't want buyers profiling you, saying, well, that was the house with all the religious items in it. Mm-hmm. And it just makes them uncomfortable. They don't feel comfortable in this house. They want to see their own things in there. They want to picture their own pictures and items, not what you already have there.
Okay. Now, when people are staging by themselves, though we don't recommend that, what are the 3 biggest mistakes people do when they try to stage their own home?
They don't pare things down. Also, you have to neutralize the home. You need to make it inviting for different buyers.
Mhm.
And if you have this bright orange wall with green carpeting, that's not neutral, and buyers are going to be very turned off to that. And the first thing they're looking at is your pictures online, and they're going to say, "No, this house has too much work." They want a turnkey house. They want to be able to walk in and say that I can live in this house right away. I don't have to change things.
Mhm.
And also, you need to make sure that you are on top of the maintenance of your house, because if the buyers come in and see that you have holes in the wall or a leak somewhere or your faucet isn't working, and those are the things they can see, they're going to say, "Wow, if I can see those things, what else is wrong with this house?"
Right. You have the iceberg effect.
Exactly.
Now, when you say neutralize, what are some things they can do to neutralize? Let's say I have a bright yellow room. What's the best way to neutralize that?
Putting on a fresh coat of a neutral color paint, a light gray, a light beige. Now, these days, we use the term grayish, which is a gray and a beige, but just very, very calming, neutral, also gender neutral. They don't, you don't know who's buying your house. You
Mm-hmm.
don't want it too pink or purple, or you want the buyers to be able to just move in and say, "Okay, I can work with this. All these neutral colors will go with my furniture." And
Okay, so minimize, crisp and clean, and keep it simple.
very clean. Yes, absolutely. This is not the time to leave a mess everywhere. You want your countertops clean. You want everything cleaned out. Get your cleaning lady and, sparkling bottom to top.
Perfect. Now, this podcast is just designed to scratch the surface. So I think we did that. But if someone really is interested in your services and really interested in staging their home for a better and quicker sale, how can they reach you?
They can reach me on my website at www.finishedtouchdesign.com,
Mm-hmm.
or I can be emailed amanda@finishedtouchdesign.com, and my number is 407-454-7336.
Perfect. You can also find Amanda's information on my website at simplicityre.com. Again, if you like this podcast, please hit like. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. It's been a pleasure. This was episode 2 with Amanda Gibson. Amanda, thank you so much for spending the time with us. We greatly appreciate it.
My pleasure, and thank you, Rob.
And everyone else, we will see you on our next podcast. Stay tuned for more great topics with more great professionals in the industry. Thanks so much.